How are you doing? We have Max with us. He doesn't want to sleep with Pixel, I guess. So here we go. We've got a buddy for a little bit who's going to be doing some readings with us. Yes, you can't eat me. So hello, everybody. How are you doing? Happy Friday. I hope you're doing well. So hello to my beautiful Lilith. Hello to Watson. Do we have Julie somewhere around? Because Julie, you are actually on up next, my beautiful, if you're around. You kiss me and then you eat me. You tenderize me first. All right, here we go. So let's go and start with our beautiful Julie. Let's just see if she is here. Just one moment. All right, hold on. I'm just going to go and send her a little message. And just one second. Here's Julie. All right. Okie dokie. No. Wait, I got something passing on through. Did not want that. Okay. Oh, there you go. All right, here we go. Let's do this. Let's do that. And voila. So let's go on forward with it. Yeah, let's go see. All right, so we're going to put a timestamp for Julie at this moment. Hello, Lilith. How are you doing, sweetie? So Julie is going to be at 1 minute 40 is going to be it. And here we go. So you want to know... Here we go. Yes. So, has he been loyal and only focused onto you? No other temptations or other ladies, especially that it's been that long. Okay, let's go see. Oh, let's go see. Yes, let's go see that. Alrighty. Let's do this. Let's do that. Sorry, it's kind of bugged. And voila. So how does hubby think and feel? Like that. And voila. You're taking up all my space. Here you go. It's the price you pay for being here. So, how are we actually seeing things at this moment? Yeah, okay. Here, I put them over here. I won't harass you. So, all together, my beautiful love. I feel as though he sees you as being patient. He knows that you're probably, he knows that you're probably stressed by the situation, but he doesn't believe that you're going anywhere. He neither believes that you're seeing anybody, neither. So it's not really into the cards. I'm actually going to say I feel like he sees you as being very patient, as being very loyal, very emotionally steady, even though the distance is probably kind of stressful, kind of a little bit creates probably some type of anxiety is what he is thinking at this moment. So I feel as though he knows that you've been holding this space for the connection rather than pulling away. So that's what I'm going to say on to, what could I say? Wait, what I actually want to say is this. Every once in a while, it happens that he has, like, let's say, little doubts that kind of flicker into his mind. But then they kind of rapidly kind of go away. Why? Because he knows who you are. He knows how you are, and he believes you, and he trusts in you, and he believes that you are loyal. Kind of like you believe that he's loyal too, but you don't necessarily need any proof coming from it, right? So I'm going to say the time apart does allow him into a way to reflect. It also allows him to think, but sometimes it actually makes him overthink. Now, whenever he kind of goes a little bit into that overthinking, sometimes it does happen that he might have like a little glitch of, let's say, jealousy or something as such that kind of comes on through, or a little bit of insecurity into a certain way. But that's it. I feel like it leaves actually fairly quickly. So I'm going to say deep down, he doesn't see that you're somebody who would just casually replace him like that because it's been a certain amount of time, or because the communication hasn't been all that great. It's not something that he believes. So honestly, he believes that you are not seeing anybody else, like I said. He also does believe that you are being patient, even though he does believe that it is most likely creating you some stress and some anxiety the way that things are, kind of moving on through by his own fault, because he's not necessarily moving as quickly as we would like him to. So has he been loyal altogether? So we're switching up the cards here. So does he believe that you're loyal? Yes. He doesn't believe that you're simply going to replace him like that just for the fun of it. And has he been loyal and focused only onto you? And has there been any temptations altogether? Justice coming on through. Here, let's put that underneath your paw, followed out by the Hanged Man. I do believe that he's been an our Three of Pentacles, actually kind of stable into his way. I feel like he is loyal, but I also feel like his intentions are there. I feel like he's got beautiful intentions. I feel like everything is there into his heart. So he has largely, I'm going to say, focused onto you, onto the bond that you share, because this bond has been going on for a very long time also. So while every once in a while, I'm not going to hide it from you, every once in a while there is, and we have talked about it, there are some people who do gravitate around him who would like to be with him, but overall, he's not giving in to temptation, or he's not necessarily giving them any attention. So I'm going to say, do not worry about it, sweetie. He is not emotionally invested elsewhere. There's a very, very clear sense of restraint. There's a very clear sense of self-control, not wanting to go back into patterns that he's been into the past. So he recognizes the patterns of the past, now knows that he must change them and he must modify them. And that's what he's working on too. So I feel like his focus keeps circling on back to you rather than actually kind of drifting away. So altogether, I'm going to say the connection feels like it's really, really quite rooted into the endurance, so the beautiful patience that is there, but also into the trust. So even if the silence is there, even if the distance is there sometimes, and that kind of test, it tests you as much as it tests him. And we've seen it often, even just into our readings, lessons to be learned by you and him within this connection. We often get trust that is there. This is what you guys are both, I'm going to say, learning at this moment. So both of you are navigating the way just into a different kind of way. But the core of the relationship, the core of the demands and the wants and everything does remain the same. It is still there. What's up, cutie? Qu'est-ce qui se passe? I think he was kind of reading cards. Some he was like, I don't like that one all that much, or I do. He was actually holding cards for you earlier. That's what he was doing. Yeah, let me go see if there's anybody that we have too. Hi, sweetie pie. All right, you're my new card holder, Max. Yeah, you are. Yeah, I took them away. They're no good no more. No good. All right. All right, let's go see. So, is he going to be my channel pet? Oh, probably, because whenever I come over here, I didn't today with him because I did my readings at a different time. Usually the last few days he goes, looks outside, jumps up here and sleeps while I work. And today we did not have that time because we were doing other things. So yeah, he probably is. He's my little kitty cat dog. He follows me all over the place. Yes, yes, you do. All right, so let's go see. Can I see if there's anybody that we have to ward off in any kind of shape, form, or way? We do have our 10 of Swords reversed. We do have our 4 of Pentacles, and we do also have our 4 of Wands. I don't believe there's anybody that we actually have to ward off at this moment. So I'm going to say we're good, Speedy. Nobody in specific. Hi, Banks. Nice to see you. Yeah, he's a wizard in training. Yeah, that's what he is. Yeah. We should have called him like magician or tarot or something tarot related. Oui, t'aurais dû aimer ça, bébé? Yeah. Okay. Wait, don't eat me. Don't eat me. All right. So, here we go. Whoop. Oh, what did I do? Alrighty. How are you doing, dear Banks? It is nice to see you, sweetie pie. Oh, you had another question, right? Hold on, sweetie. I think you do. Yeah, you do. Hold on. And let me go and answer it right away. All right. Oh, I'm sure he's not forgetting what you look like. But let's go see just in case. But I'm positive that he hasn't forgotten what you look like. What do you want to say? Here we go. You're in quite the situation, but all is fine. You think. What's going on, Banks? What's going on, sweetie pie? You're taking some place with your big furry buddy. All right. Hold on. Let me just go over here. Let me gather up your question correctly. So, when he does see you again, we do have King of Cups. We do also have our Sun who is coming on through. And we're going to go and get another one, our 6 of Pentacles. So yeah, when you actually do meet on up, he is still going to believe that you're the most beautiful woman. His love and his desire is not changing in any kind of way. His attraction to you isn't based onto memory alone at the very same time. I feel like it's very energetic. I feel like it's very emotional. So it's not just onto the physical. And we can see it over here that it does really have to do also with the meeting, the sharing, the togetherness, the friendship bond that you do have at the same time. So I'm going to say the time apart is actually kind of just building that anticipation rather than the distance. We're going to look at it that way. So he hasn't forgotten what you look like. If anything, honestly, I feel like he's idealized you into his mind, which again, I don't want to create stress by saying he's idealizing you, because then you're going to think, am I going to be up to par and everything and such, but you're already up to par. So there's that sense that when he sees you, it will feel familiar and exciting at the very same time. So no, not a problem whatsoever. He is already very drawn to you. He's going to be just as drawn to you, and the chemistry is still going to be there. It's still going to be very much alive. Did have our King of Cups, so you are talking about the ultimate beautiful love and not just something that has to do with passion. So it's like you got the whole package, my sweetie pie. So do not worry in any kind of a way. You're still very much his vision of beauty. No, he's not going to think you're glowing because the sun is there. The sun is there to give you clarity, is why the sun is actually there. It's not for the glowing. It's really just giving you clarity. Like, you're going to be feeling that you're important, and you're going to be feeling that you're beautiful and that you're loved and that you're cared for and that nothing has changed. This is Maxwell. Yeah, this is Maxwell Tarot now. I'm going to change the channel name to Romancefull Tarot and Maxwell and Romancefull. Yeah, Tarot. Yeah. Yeah, he does have a cute face. He's just a big hairball. He really looks like he's big. I swear, he's like 3.5 pounds. He's just like super furry. That's all. He's like silky smooth. Yeah, you're like silky smooth. Yes, you are. All right. Is he fully grown or is he? No, he's going to grow bigger. He's like, not that much bigger, but a little bit bigger. He's like 5 months old now. Well, I see. On a distinct tarot, Romancefull Tarot and Maxwell Tarot. Maxwell's stealing the vedette now. Yeah. Oh, you're over here. It's delayed on that one. See, you're there. Oh, there's Matthias's hand. Yeah. So, hold on. And what is that? Can I see if yes? Yeah. Let me go see. Is he gonna think that you're glowing? But I don't believe he's gonna think you're glowing. Attends tout, mon beau. On écoute toujours bien après. Okay. Oh, he's already gone, Juanson. Juanson, il te faisait dire allô. J'ai dit t'étais déjà parti. Hello. Oh, there you go. Maxwell's gonna go and follow Matthias now. They're good buddies. All right. So. Max's little paws? I don't know. What are they? No. Banks, where are you, sweetie? You said that you're like into some type of little pickles. Things weren't going all that well, but I didn't actually get an answer onto what you were up to or what was going on, sweetie. So is he going to think that you are, that you're glowing? Glowing? No, but he will think that you're absolutely beautiful. Yeah. Oh, they're squishy and cute. Yeah, they are squishy and cute. Oh, that's okay, Banks. What can I do for you, sweetie? What's up, love? What's up? Well, no, it's okay, Julie. He's just not thinking that you're glowing. Because the glowing attributes are often provided or given towards, let's say, women who are pregnant or things like that. You say they're kind of glowing. No, he loves you. He thinks you're absolutely beautiful. Don't worry about it, sweetie. There is nothing wrong into that reading whatsoever. I just said that he's not going to think you're glowing. That's it. That's all. Oh, you want to glow like angels? No, you're not glowing. I'm sorry. Yeah. I'm sorry, sweetie, but he does love you. Oh, dear gosh. Hold on over here just 1 second. I am going to go and yeah, I know you're not, sweetie. I want to go and see what's going on with Banks. Yeah. Bon, il veut peut-être toi, hein? Max, you're back? All right. Okay, sweetie. Come back. I will talk with you later, sweetie. Okay. Baron, what's up, love? Let me know while I'm waiting for Banks. It's a slow evening. We're going to end up soon. We're going to close things up. I'm just waiting to see what's up with Banks, if there's anything I can do for you. Baron, if you do want to post your question, go ahead with it. Loveshine, please do post your questions also, if they are different than usual. Otherwise, I will answer them as they are. Oh, okay. Well, hey, Banks, let's do this, sweetie. We're not going to have a very long live, so by the time you type it all out and it's long, forget about it. Send me an email. Take your time, type it out, send me an email. I will not reply by video, but I will reply by email to whatever. Don't send me 10 questions, but if there's anything you need help with, send me an email. I'll help you out. It might not be tonight. It will probably be tomorrow, but send me an email. Is that good? Yeah. No, that's okay, Banks. No, that's okay, sweetie. Just send me whatever question it is that you have. Send it to my email, and I will answer it tonight or tomorrow. Okay? If that's good for you. And Baron, if you want to post your question, you can. Do we have a love shine who is currently present? Hi, you can post your question, love shine. We were looking for you. How are you doing, sweetie? How is time with your sweetie pie? Per usual, okay. You want to know if your ex is going to be back. Okie dokie. Let's go see, sweetie. Love Shine, you're going to be on up next. Hi, sweetie. Thanks. Like I said, just send me an email. And I will reply to you tonight or tomorrow. Okay, sweetie? There you go. I told you it would be good, my beautiful Love Shine. No big problems, nothing of the such. Alrighty. So. I'm good, sweetie pie. Thank you for asking. No, don't worry, Banks. Don't worry, sweet love. My Wheel of Fortune is there. My Ten of Cups is also there. There's definitely some issues. Yes. Okay, this is what I'm going to say to you. I don't feel like your ex wants to play any games. Okay? I don't feel like we want to play any games whatsoever. There are some challenges, but we don't want to fight over them. We don't want to have any issues or any problems. All right? For the moment, I feel like this person is still holding on to you. They're still thinking about the connection. They're still thinking about the time spent together. So they're still very affectionate about you. They do still think about you a lot. I feel like they want to release themselves from the worries, from the burdensome stuff. But altogether, I do not necessarily believe that there's going to be a return. Now, it could change. It could change, okay? Because nothing is set in stone. And because this person still does think about you, they do still reminisce about you. They thought that this relationship was going to go further. Or anyways, a long time. So I feel as though there's a lot of sadness coming from this person also. I do know that they do still hold on to you. They do. You brought a lot of abundance. You brought a lot of importance into this person's life. But like I said, they don't want to have any problems. They don't want to fight. They don't want to have any conflict. So the only way, or one of the ways that you could turn this around, is if you still have contact with that person in any kind of a way, email, text, whatever. Send just a nice little message. Hey, how are you doing? Been thinking of you. Something sweet, something simple, nothing lovey-dovey, nothing to the heart. Short, sweet, simple. That's it. See if they reply on back. If they do, maybe you'll open up a door of conversation. Well, they'll be able to come on forward and maybe you guys can talk about it. But for the moment, are they going to make the move to come towards you? I don't feel as though they will, sweetie pie. I'm sorry, my love. Hi, Isha. How are you doing, sweetie pie? What are you up to, my love? It is nice to see you. I'm sending you much love, Baron. Much love to you, sweet love. Love Shine, you are up next. And missed you too, sweet love. How have you been? Happy holidays. We missed the Thanksgiving, and I'll say it before it's Christmas. Happy holidays. Okay, hold on. let me just do this like that, like that. And I'm going to go see Love Shine. Love Shine, you like this deck. All right. Thank you, my love. So we do have Love Shine over here at 15, oh no, 25:30. There you go. Let's go see what we've got. So my beautiful Love Shine, pull out the usual. So how is he feeling towards the wife is the first thing we're going towards. I know you like to see it. Ace of Cups, reverse position, all right? You can go for it, my beautiful. You can go for it, my beautiful Isha. We never say no to our usuals. So, all right. Yahtzee. Okay, you heard me. That's for anybody who's not a usual. Yeah. So here we go. We do have our Ace of Cups reversed. So, sweetie, I'm going to say it's not a question of, you know, he's in love with a wife or anything of the such, but she is orchestrating a lot of things. She is thinking about a lot of things. She's trying to plan a lot of things. Basically, I kind of see him just a little bit following on through into her steps, a little bit following, nothing much more. There's no fights, no conflicts. She's kind of directing things a little bit like a theater piece, and he's just kind of following on through. There's no great togetherness or anything of the such. All right, well, let's go and see how's he feeling towards you. Towards you, we have a look, a want towards looking towards the future with our Three of Wands. We also have a lot of happiness. So apparently, oh, thank you, Banks. You didn't have to, though, sweetie. Okay, well, you can still send the email, Banks, but I'll reply to you here. Ah, je sais pas, il est où, Max? Il est disparu. Je pense qu'il t'a suivi. Tu vas le remplacer, hein? Oh, jeez, Louise. Off. Oh, yes. Okay, here you go, sweetie. Lay down. No, lay down, baby. Lay down. Okay. You guys now have Pixel. So here we go. Thank you, my beautiful Isha, sweetie pie. I'll be with you right after Banks, okay? Tu peux l'apporter avec toi si tu veux, Mathias. Genre. Ah, okay. All right, Banks, not a problem, sweetie. All right. So as for you, my love, as we can see, we do have our Knight of Cups. We do have our Three of Swords. We do have our King of Swords. So he is happy with you. Things are moving on forward. I'm going to say there's no problem over here. All is good, sweetie pie. Thank you, Isha. But I will be with you shortly because you're going to be on up in about maybe 5-10 minutes, sweetie, maximum. All right. Yeah, it definitely does look good for you into the cards. It looks bad for her. It looks good for you. So how is tomorrow going to go for them? Let's go see. Well, that's kind of the way we like it, ain't it? Yeah, I know. Okay, so tomorrow I do have the Page of Cups in reverse position. I do have our Knight kind of following on through. So there's nothing romantic that is happening. Also do have our Lovers in reverse. Again, it's... I'm doing what I have to. I'm just following on through. That's it. That's all. So the Queen has decided something. The Knight is following on through. But if you're wondering, is there anything sucky happening or anything lovey-dovey or closeness or anything? Absolutely not. But at the same time, there's no stress and there's no frustrations, there's no anger, there's no conflicts neither. So I'm going to say stability for them. Yeah, I knew that he would work. Like I said, he was not always going to be able to be available, but yeah. Well, I don't see anything socky happening, love shines. So, yeah. What does, we did the sun up for her, for you. What does he want to say that he is not saying at this moment? Honestly, he could probably give you, I know, don't be upset at me, but he could give you more time than what he's doing at this moment. I feel like he's trying to balance things between home and you and just life altogether. But if he really wanted to, he'd be able to meet up with you more often. So without even talking about the 2 days that you guys spent together, just normally speaking, that's what he's not saying, is if he really wanted to, he could set more dates and spend more time with you. Because I know that lately he sometimes kind of switched things and was not always available. Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, he could. But I figured he was figuring out his own stuff and just wanted to have his own time with him. It's nothing against you. It's not that he was that upset. It's not that he was frustrated. It's not that he was trying to penalize you in any kind of a way. It's just he needed to have his own time. But could he have made time for you? Yeah, he could have. So what does he want to say? Magician. Yeah, that's all he needed, his own time, and that's okay. Sometimes it's all right to want to have your own time and to want to have your own space. It's not a bad thing. It's okay. It's very relatable and it's good for everybody. So, the Magician, followed out by our Queen of Wands, and we do also have our Knight of Wands. So, my beautiful love, what he is not, well, what he wants to say to you is that honestly he wants to try to put that effort, I guess, that he wasn't into the other cards. He wants to try to be there a little bit more for you, but on different kind of levels. He wants to be there more for you onto an emotional, onto a psychological, onto, you know, every single level that you need him to be there for you, to support you. He wants to try to make that availability bigger and better for you. So he wants you to know that he wants to be there for you, but he also wants you to know that he wants to be there for you when you need him, even in moments where you're less vulnerable. It's almost like if sometimes you're trying not to be too vulnerable because you don't want to create conflict or you don't want to burden him in any kind of a way. But he would kind of like it if you opened up a little bit more about your feelings, not about your feelings about you and him, just feelings about your life and different things that are going on, maybe even just at home with, yeah, you know who, right? Yeah, that's what I'm getting. And I'm wishing you much love, sweetie. Well, let's go see our dear friend Banks. And Banks, we are going to put a timestamp. Banks is going to be, and then we're going to go and see Isha. Banks, you are going to be at 34 minutes, my love. À tantôt. Okay, I'm going to go over here. Aha. Alrighty, let's go see. Okay, dokie. Ça. Tu cherches quelque chose en particulier? Okay. All right. When are you going to get a job? So we are currently on banks. Banks, if there's anything else that you would like to add on in after the reading or at some point, you can always send me a message, okay? Send me an email. Non, hein? Qu'est-ce qu'elle faisait, la petite choupette?
C'est ça, oui.
Ok. Elle aime ça dormir dans le lit comme ça avec quelqu'un.
Là, je la flattais, je pensais qu'elle s'endormait, pour ça, elle s'est levée puis elle m'a suivi.
Tu veux-tu apporter... Hold on just a second, sweetie. Peux-tu apporter mon chandail bleu et pixel? Je pense qu'elle veut juste avoir quelqu'un pour... Tu sais, comme... Attends. Comme pour dormir. Regarde, parce qu'elle ronronne. Ou va me chercher son petit lit. Tu sais, elle a un petit lit dans le salon rond. Là, va me chercher. À côté de sa bouffe. Hey, bébé. Hold on. I'm gonna put Pixel somewhere. Yes, where you can sleepity sleep. Hold on, my dear Banks. Je vais juste la mettre ici, là. Thank you. À tantôt.
Tantôt.
There you go, sweetie. You want to sleep here? Whoosh. There you go. Yeah, you just lay down there. Non, elle veut vraiment toi, hein? All right. She's apparently only wanting Matthias. All right, then. Here you go, sweetie. So, are you going to get a job? I do feel as though the energy over here with our Six of Pentacles is into the forward movement towards it. There's no doubt about it. I do feel like there is movement rather than delay, but I don't feel like this is going to be a very long-term wait. It kind of feels like there's the progress that is there that is building. And I'm going to say within the following 4 to 8 weeks, my love. So it's a little bit more difficult because you're entering a little bit into a time zone or a season, if you will, where there's holidays and there's all different kind of things that are happening. So I'm going to say within the following 4 to 8 weeks. I do feel like there is an opportunity that is tied to a conversation or to a referral more than something. It could be like a cold application. So it could be somebody who's referring you or some type of conversation that you're having at some point in time that's going to be a little bit kind of flukishly out there, and it's going to end up giving you something very important. So stay consistent. Don't second guess yourself, especially not last minute. I feel the word that keeps coming to me is hesitation. I keep getting the word hesitation. Like if sometimes you hesitate, you wonder, you think about yourself, like, is this good and everything and such. But into the main blockages, if you had any blockages, hesitation would be the main blockage that is there. So the job that you're going to be having does feel like it's very practical at first, but I feel like there's a lot of growth potential once you're actually into it. So I'll basically say between the following 4 to 8 weeks, be careful for blockages on all different kind of levels. Sometimes we have blockages about, it could be a little bit of the distance where the job is. It could be what we thought or what we kind of expected, but it ends up being something different. Sometimes what we actually think and what we look for, we end up with something else, and it's so much better. So just remove the blockages and see where that path is going to bring you. But within the following 4 to 8 weeks, you should see something pop on open for you. About the love. Let's go see what's up with that. Just 1 second. Just gonna go and look into PayPal. Just 1 moment, my beautifuls. Just make sure that the list is okay. and I'm going to finish on up. We're going to go and see what's happening in love. So a return has complicated things, right, sweetie? Isha, let us know if you're here because you're going to be on up next. All right. Okay, here we go. Hi, Mimi, sweetie. Mimi, you're going to be on up after Isha, love. So what is happening in love over here? How is the XM feeling towards you at this moment? We do have our Eight of Wands. We do also have our Four of Wands. But we have our Page of Wands and our Seven of Cups. There's definitely a lot of unfinished emotional energy that is there, Banks. I feel like M feels nostalgic, but also curious. And I feel like there are some moments where we do want to reconnect, but I feel like it's mixed with restraint. And I feel like it's mixed with a little bit of confusion also. So it's not that, this person is fully over you yet. I do feel like they're holding back rather than acting like directly. It's more thinking and watching than taking any type of initiative. So that being said, I feel like this connection carries different type of complications type of energy. So it's not showing up as stable or as straightforward at this moment in time. Especially with the current situation that you're into. So I'm going to say this feels more like a resurfacing, if you will, for closure or clarity than something that is meant to fully restart, unless there's like some major choices and major modifications that are done along the way. So altogether, what I'm going to say is overall for your job, you're at a crossroads where you are looking for that stability. Love, there's the present relationship versus the emotional pull from the past that is there. But Spirit seems to be saying to ground yourself first before acting on any type of feelings. Otherwise, it could really spiral fast and it's probably not going to give you what it is that you would like. So, job 4 to 8 weeks. As for love, to return into the past, the possibility could be there. It could be there, but probably not a good idea altogether. So think about it, sit upon it, wonder upon it, see if that's truly something that you would like or not, and kind of decide from there on. But yeah. We do look. I mean, this person still looks at the possibilities, but I don't see them making any grand movements, or I don't see a reconnection altogether. So, but hey, the energy could change. You could switch this on up easily. They could switch it on up easily. What I'm saying is there's still feelings. Because there's still feelings, there's still possibilities, because we do still think of the connection, but Spirit seems to be saying it's probably not a good idea. But that being said, you can test Spirit and you can do whatever you think is best, and then your path will align along with it, sweetie pie. As for work, don't give up. It's coming your way, sweetie pie. I don't know. Did you have another question, Julie? I don't know. I didn't see it. Oh yeah, there you go. You're there. I see you. You're going to be after Isha, sweetie. So Isha, then I'm going to come and see you, and then we're going to go and see Mimi. All right? So hold on, my beautiful Julie. Let's go and see Isha at this moment. Yeah, I got you now. I got you. So what's going on with you, sweetie? Tell you anything about your love life. You're still thinking about the Pisces, those darn Pisces. There are problems, Isha. I kid you not. There are issues. Issues with Pisces. That's all I have to say. Yes. Those Pisces, they're like never truly kind of ready. They always have issues, my sweet love. Always. That's all I have to say. Let's go see. Let's go over here. Kind of love to hate the Pisces is what it is. Okay. And voila. Up next is going to be Julie and Mimi. So, let's go here. So we do have our Ace of Cups in reverse. We do also have our Ten of Wands in reverse. Okay, sweetie, here we go. Buckle on up. Your love life is into a transitional phase at this moment. You're not fully where you were, but you're not fully where you're going. You're like midway. You're like in the no man's zone. It sounds so weird. You're like into a place where it's changing and developing, but nothing is all that clear. But it seems to be really, really quite intentional at this moment. Like there's a lot of reflection, there's a lot of emotional processing, and there's a lot of releasing that is happening at this moment. So you're craving that profoundness, if you will, that safety, that emotional intelligence, more than something that could be of a surface level type of attraction. You're looking for more. You're not being shallow is what I'm saying. Like you've outgrown situations where you've had to guess how someone actually felt or even just kind of wait for the consistency. So your current energy at this moment in love is that. Now, before we go and look a little bit what's going to be happening, it is important to know that when you are into the transitional phase, so where you're a little bit into the mid place, it's sometimes we don't necessarily see somebody who's coming on in right away because you're into that phase of changes and modifications. So we're going to go and look about the Pisces. Yeah, we're going to go and look at that little fishy, see what's going on with that. The Pisces energy is still there, absolutely, but more into your mind and into your emotional body than in an active destiny kind of an energy. So this connection was meaningful because it activated longing and fantasy and emotional intensity into a certain way. And there's a very, very strong pull that was there, like a very strong soul pull. But there was also a lot of confusion, a lot of lack of grounding. So you're thinking about them not necessarily because they're the one, but because the connection left a lot of things unresolved. So this person, this Pisces, they still think about you too, but into a distant, into a nostalgic kind of a way, if you will. And they feel that you are very important to their life, yet they don't show up at this moment into the cards with having a lot of emotional clarity or consistency that you need at this moment. So I feel like the bond taught you something about emotional attachment versus emotional fulfillment. So basically there's lessons being learned on both sides. Maybe you and Pisces or Pisces and you, vice versa. That being said, in clear words, Pisces still thinks about you, but Pisces is not making movements or anything of the such. It's more of a nostalgia. You, it's a little bit kind of looking for, it's that pull, that soul pull. It's those questions sometimes that are unanswered. It's an emotional intensity, but it's a mix between your mind and your body and your emotional body. So it's a different dynamic in both ways. So I'm going to say either way, I don't necessarily feel, well, I don't feel that Pisces is the one for you. I don't necessarily feel that Pisces is coming on back, neither that you're going to be reconnecting with Pisces. But what is up next for you? Let's go and see. For the moment, you need to get out of your shell, and that's what you're trying to do. Trying to get out of that shell place. You're trying to release. Honestly, at this moment, it's about releasing. It's about healing and finding your new path. That's exactly what it's all about. Into the upcoming months, I'm actually going to say to you December, no, January, maybe end of January, beginning of February, there could be a new attraction, not a new connection, a new attraction that could be happening at that moment. And that attraction could lead to something more. Absolutely. But for the moment, I see the attraction. Now, so I'm going to say keep your energy open because that attraction could come earlier, could come later. But I'm going to say end of January, beginning of February. Whoever this person is, it's somebody who's completely new that you do not know. They seem to be a little bit younger than you, maybe 2 or 3 years, but they seem to be emotionally quite mature. Where is all this going to go? Left to be seen, too early to say, but I don't feel like it's a one night kind of a thing or, you know, a playing kind of a game. I feel like it's something that's more serious. So I'm going to say what's coming up for you into the future is going to feel different. It's going to feel more aligned. You'll feel it within your soul. Like the next chapter shows that there's a love that is there, but that love is different than what the Pisces could give. It's more present. It talks more. It's more communicative. It's more emotionally safe. So this isn't somebody that you have to decode. This is somebody who's going to come with intention, somebody who's going to come with consistency, even if the chemistry builds a little bit more slowly at first. So, yeah, I'm going to say let's not rush things. Let's just kind of take it one little step at a time and see where that's going to bring you. But at this moment, what you're really, really being asked to do is to release the fantasy of the Pisces. So that can make room for a connection that is actually going to be where you are at this moment. Because in the beginning of the reading, I did say you're in the midst, you're like in the middle of two kind of worlds. What you once were and what you would like to be, what you're aspiring to be. But you're stuck into that. We need to move forward into it. So, yeah, that's what I got for you, sweetie. Hi, Joy. How are you doing, my love? I know. Yeah. You will. You will, my dear. You will. Um, you're a Pisces, right, Banks? I know. I know. I'm not wrong. We love you, Pisces. Oh, we do, Banks. But you little sweet loves, you're complicated. You're emotionally so caught up into your emotions, and it makes decision making difficult for a Pisces. It does, especially emotionally speaking. Very sweet, very loving, very kind, very everything. But yeah, any hoot, that's it. That's my story. Thank you, my beautiful Alicia. If there's anything else I can do for you, please do let me know in any kind of way. Come back and see us more often or send me an email. Let me know how you're doing, okay? And if I do not see you from here to the holidays, happy holidays again, my sweet love. Julie, you are still here, sweetie? Let us know if you're still here, my beautiful Julie. You're going to be on up next. Here we go. Here we go. And now we're going to go and see Julie, Mimi, and Joy. Julie, you had one question, and you're right over here. Hey, baby. All right. Is hubby working tonight? And is he going to be thinking of you? Let me go and see if you're into the chat. It's all good, Joy. It's all good, my love. You're going to be up in about 5 minutes, Joy. 5 minutes, sweetie pie. Yeah, you're not late. It's just, I don't know, it was slow earlier, and so we decided that we were going to end early, but you're all good, sweetie pie. I don't see Julie, so let's put Julie. All right, here we go. At 55:45. Alrighty. So here we go. Julie. So Mimi and Joy are up next, followed up by Watson. Is hubby working tonight? Partially, my love. Partially. I am going to say that he is working. He does have some things that he does need to finish. There's no doubt about it. Not because he feels like it, but he does have to finish it before there's something that needs to be done for the beginning of January. Not for necessarily Christmas, but beginning of January. That's what he's working on. But I do believe that he is going to go out and see some friends. Yeah, so I'm going to say probably around year 10 o'clock he is going to be going on out to see a couple friends for, for a couple hours, maybe an hour or two. I don't see anything happening. Like, I feel like these are guy friends, by the way. So, not that it doesn't mean that nothing could happen, but nothing is going to be happening. There's nothing sexual. There's nothing of the such happening into this, but he is going to go and see some friends for like an hour or two when he is done. So I am going to say that he is occupied with responsibilities that are work related. But I still feel like it doesn't really matter if he works. It doesn't matter where he goes. You're still on his mind. It doesn't matter if he's working or if he's, I don't know, watching a movie or making dinner. You're never very far from his mind. You're always there. It's just that sometimes he thinks about you a little bit stronger than other times. So I'm going to say he is definitely thinking about you. You are always present into his thoughts. But like I said, it's just a little bit more quiet. It's that affectionate energy, if you will. So I'm going to say altogether, busy hands, but with a very soft heart. The switch never truly goes on off, my love. And let's go see Mimi. Hi, Julie. Your reading is at 55:45, sweetie. If you missed part of it, it's right over there, my love. Do this. Let me do that. Let's go like this. And voila. We are going to put a timestamp. And I'm going to have to read. So just give me one little second, sweeties. All right. Let me know if everything's okay, my beautiful Julie. And Mimi. I'm not going to be looking at the chat for the moment because I do have to go read. So we're going to put Mimi at 60 minutes. Just give me 1 second. And then we are going to see Joy. Okay, so you bought plants. Good for you. I thought about buying plants the other day. Actually, I thought about buying poinsettias. Is that how you call it in English? Anyways, the little Christmas flowers. Red ones. They do dye them in different colors, like blue and all different kind of stuff too. But anywho, the red ones. But then I had a flash into my mind. I've never had cats before. And dogs don't really eat plants. Or anyways, my dog never ate plants. So it has never been a problem. And usually it's on the table, even less of a problem for a dog. Any hoot. I saw the Christmas flowers and I thought, oh, I always buy some. Always do. But this year I thought, I think I need to go do research, but I haven't had the time, or a mix of time and an actual want and desire to search it. So I didn't. But I chose not to actually purchase the plants because now I don't actually have any plants into my home. My flowers are always outside. And I know that some of them are very poisonous for different animals and everything and such. So I don't want to hurt my kitty cats. So I didn't buy it. But I think poinsettias are actually poisonous for cats. I don't know. But anyways, I didn't buy any. And, if I put a plant outside, it will unalive itself. It's too cold. But you can send me pictures of yours. Let's go play a little bit of Scrabble with PW and RL. Yeah. So what do we got? Plants. They give good vibes. They're beautiful. Love them. I'm already excited for next summer to get more plants out. All right. So, sweeties, what do I've got for you? PL and RL. Came away from yesterday, I feeling more warm, more comfortable around you. The grumbling, if you will, with MT and CH didn't leave a negative mark. I feel like they saw it as you venting, not complaining. So they understand that it comes from pressure at work rather than from who you are as a person. Now, work-wise, they do see you as capable. They do see you as responsible. They do see you as somebody who is generally does carry a lot of weight within it. Now, they know that you're dealing with frustrating dynamics and their respect for how much you actually hold everything together. So personally, I'm going to say they do find you real, sincere, and very easy to be around. Now, there's no sense of judgment or distancing. If anything, I'm going to say the day kind of reinforced the trust, but also the familiarity with it all. So overall, I'm going to say the energy between them feels like it's more steady, feels like it's more friendly. I don't really feel like anything was affected into a negative kind of a way. As for Mr. Harry and the photo, I actually kind of feel like what you're talking about and what you're kind of a little bit pointing on out is important. I feel like the photo is actually somewhat of like a big energetic release. You didn't delete it in anger or denial. You just kind of let it go naturally. So forgetting to retrieve it is a little bit of a sign that your subconscious no longer needs the proof of that emotional leverage. And that in itself is real progress. It's not forced healing in any kind of way. So you're right. You are moving forward, even if parts of you still do kind of wonder sometimes. As for Mr. Harry and his current thoughts altogether, let's go and see. So current thoughts and feelings. I feel like his energy now is more quiet, more reflective, slightly a little bit withdrawn. Now, he hasn't forgotten you. You do cross his mind unexpectedly, usually when he's alone or during moments of pause, but you're right in remembering what I said before. The intensity isn't mirrored into the same way. So he doesn't sit in kind of long and regret and everything as such. It's more of a passing remembrance that's mixed with, yes, acceptance. And he chooses not necessarily to reach out, not because you don't matter, but because he's maintaining the life structure that he's actually committed to at this moment. So is he doing well externally? Yeah, things look really quite stable. Is he happy? He's content. but emotionally a little bit muted. So not unhappy, but not deeply fulfilled neither. Now, does he think of texting you? It crosses his mind every once in a while, but he doesn't act upon it. There's always a little bit of that restraint, of that avoidance that is there, rather than something that would be more of an impulse. So the energy between you two now is fading a little bit. Like it's still acknowledged, it's still there, it's still active, it's still pulling, but I feel like more closed chapters are happening and kind of moving on forward than something that is of unfinished business. So your current energy at this moment is one that is more stable, one more grounding, one that's more expanding. So you're reconnecting with yourself. You're getting more joy. You're getting more simplicity. You're getting more growth altogether. So I'm going to say, as for you, it's like you're taking your feet out of the mud. You're becoming less stuck. You're integrating yourself a little bit more. Things are not perfect. Nothing is. So, but you're definitely moving into the right direction. And as for next year and the tough year talk, it's going to be okay, sweetie. It's more about restructuring than suffering. You're not meant to struggle. You're meant to simplify, to release old attachments, and really just protect your peace. So stay grounded, my beautiful love. Stay calm. Life and growth is coming onto its way towards you. And let me give you some love messages from Mr. Harry. I hope you know that you still cross my mind more than you think. Some connections don't fade, even when life moves on. I don't say much, but I've never truly forgotten you. And there's a quiet comfort that I still associate with you. Julie, I'm going to go and see Joy, and I'm going to be with you right after, okay? Here we go. So just hold on a second. I'm going to come and see Joy, and then I'll be right with you. You had a message, Brock, tonight, so just kind of curious you want to come into town and go out as well, dinner and live music. Okay. Let's go and see. So here we go for Joy. Joy, you are going to be on at 108. All right, good for you. So you met somebody and you are wondering if you guys are going to go out and if he's going to come and meet you on up. Let's go see his actions. We do have our Page of Swords. I do also have our Tower in reverse, and I do have our Page of Wands. I'm actually going to say I don't necessarily feel as though, yeah, he seems real, but you don't know, right? I feel like this person talks a lot, but doesn't necessarily do a lot, all right? So I'm going to say to be a little bit careful. They might say more than what they actually do, or the way that they are. They might tend to kind of embellish who they are or what they do or the way that they present themselves altogether. That being said, this person does have different fears of forward movement, of long-term commitment. It doesn't mean that it can't change, but I'm saying for the moment, this is what I'm seeing. This person does have some fears in regards to that. Are they going to come on through to come and see you, to go, onto the music and the dinner? That I feel like they're not going to be doing right away. But you are going to be meeting it up with them soon. Within the following, I'll say 5 days or so. Maybe 7, but I'll say 5. But I feel like it's going to be very impulsive, whatever seems to be coming on up. So it might not even be you. It could be, this person who's contacting you and saying, hey, do you want to go on out? Do you want to go and do something? Something of the such. That being said, I'm going to say to you, this person, they could be fun, they could be interesting, but I don't believe that this is going to go anywhere specifically. I don't see it turning into a relationship or something of the such, for the reasons that I mentioned, that this person is afraid of long-term commitment, not too sure about it. This person talks a lot, but doesn't always do all that much. I kind of feel like this person is a little bit more into somewhat maybe of like a hookup, but I kind of feel like they want to take a little bit of their time at the same time. I don't necessarily feel like they are going to just meet on up, because you started to talk not long ago, meet on up tonight and go do something. I feel like it could take a couple days before it does happen. So, yeah. So your clear answer is I do not see them unless they change into their energy coming on over to see you tonight. They do have some fears. They do talk a lot. That being said, you will end up meeting this person, but I don't feel like this person is going to end up being somebody who's going to be important that you're going to keep into your life. I feel like it's somebody who's going to be of a passage. So you'll talk, you might see once or twice, maybe even 3 times maybe, but that's what I'm getting from the energy. And Julie, sweetie. But I do hope for you that he does, sweetie. I do. I at least hope that you have a really good time, Joy. Julie, 10's not that late. I go out at 10. I go out at 11. I go out at midnight if I must. I go out at any time. That being said, I get what you're talking about, because he doesn't necessarily go out at that time. But the thing over here is that normally, no, he probably wouldn't necessarily go out at that time. The question at hand over here is because he's been working and because he hasn't had all that much time. So I feel like he is going to be going on out. But like I said, he's not going out for very long. He's going out maybe to have like a drink. He's going out for like an hour or 2. So it's not that you're not a priority altogether. It has absolutely nothing to do with it. I'm just going to hide this little lady because she's a little naked. It's not that you're a priority, and it's not that you're not a priority in any kind of way. Our Queen of Pentacles is here. Our star is there. But at the very same time, our Wheel of Fortune. You are a priority into his life. But so is work, so are his socials, so his friends all together. So as much as he does value you really, really deeply, right now, this outing is more about catching up socially and giving himself a little bit of a mental break, which is why he's going on out, but not all that long, like an hour or 2. Maxwell, qu'est-ce que tu fais là, bébé? Qu'est-ce que tu fais, chou? Sors de là, bébé. Merci. So, yeah, I feel like this is more about him catching on up socially than anything else. And also, we often put, I know, I do too, I put different people in different categories. Friends will go into one, family will go into another, love will go into another. And I kind of prioritize and I kind of switch on up and mix things, but they don't always necessarily mix on up together, which is why you kind of have to find time for everybody along the way. He has not had all that much time to actually spend with friends into the last few weeks, or even, I'm going to say, the last 6 weeks or so, 6 to 8 weeks. It's been very complicated. It's been very heavy. He's had a lot of things onto his mind. These are the type of things that, yes, he could talk to you about, but he doesn't necessarily want to lay this information upon you. It's much easier for him to meet on up with fans and just be who he is, kind of open up his baggage, let things go on loose. With you, it's a different vibe. It's a different thing. So it's a different energy that is necessary, and he needs more energy. It's a different type. So this is what I'm going to say to it. It's more about a question of balance and habit than an actual question of choice. As for, is he going to be good tonight? Well, like I previously saw, he was. There were no ladies that were present, and I only saw like maybe 2 friends of his. So I don't see him doing anything that he's not supposed to be doing. So I'm going to say he's definitely sticking on up into his boundaries, not doing anything, sweetie. So no, he's not doing anything that is reckless. Everything is good, my love. So what you need to remember is that he's not always acting into the way that you hope, into the way that you would like, or into the alignment that you would like. But his loyalty and his care, they do remain there. They do remain intact. This doesn't change the bond, doesn't change anything. It just means that he needs to spend a little bit of time with his friends that he hasn't spent time with in a long time, because the vibes and the energies are different. And that's the energy that he needs to kind of a little bit replenish himself at the same time to be able, like work and everything else, to come on forward towards you into a stronger, into a more, into a better position where he feels fulfilled within himself and not half empty. Yeah. That's it. He's just gathering up his energy. That's it. That's all, my beautiful Julie. Everything else is good. And like I said, he's not going out very long. He's going for like an hour or 2. Watson, I'm going to come and see you, sweetie. You woke up at 9 today. Oh my gosh. Okay, well, let's go see what we've got over here for you. I do have our 5 of Pentacles, also do have our Fool, and I have our 3 of Swords. I'm actually going to have to say, love-wise, I feel like now is a little bit more of a place of reflectiveness, a little bit of a cautious phase. You're aware of what you want, but there could be different lingering patterns or doubts or things that kind of make you hesitate. There's still somebody from your past that is into your energy also that comes across your mind, and that brings curiosity and sometimes a little of nostalgia. So, but I feel like that pull is still there. I still feel like it's active. So I'm going to say the next phase in love for you is more about clarity. It's more about alignment. Yeah. And generally speaking, let's go see what's happening. Right now, I feel like your energy is about transition, growth, but also about some release. You've been maybe holding on to different things emotionally or mentally, but things are starting to shift. Different little subtle changes are on their way. You've got new opportunities, you know they do, and they're progressing. They're coming through connections and work and new experiences. There's going to be small little obstacles, I feel like, along the way, but I feel like those obstacles are there to test your patience and test your focus. They're not there to block you. So your instincts are very, very strong. Continue to trust them all together, sweetie. And energy towards you today. All right. I'm going to say Elizabeth's energy feels like it's peaceful. Also feels like it's reflective. Feels like it's calm. Feels like it's a stress-free kind of a day. I feel like she's doing her things on her own rhythm, at her own balance altogether. I'm going to say I feel like she's not overwhelmed. I feel like she's thinking of you with great fondness, but also with great curiosity. There's that warmth. There's that subtle admiration. I feel like she's noticing little things about you that make her smile inwardly, even if she's not expressing it outwardly. So I feel like she would like you to know that she's always noticed you, even when she was quiet. That you have always made her smile, even when you didn't even necessarily realize it. And she always appreciates how you care and how you think of her. Angel message. Trust the timing of your connections. Heart speaks, even when lips are quiet. Release the need to know everything. Love will flow more freely when observed gently. Oracle message. Self-love strengthens all bonds. Nurture yourself and watch relationships blossom. And joy is in the small moments. A shared smile, a kind thought, a remembered gesture. And love messages. You cross my mind into the softest moments of a day. Even when apart, your energy feels close to me. I hope you feel appreciated because you truly are. And some connections just linger in the heart, unspoken but felt. I know. You see, I knew you were able to do it, my dear Hanson. You're always able to pass through them. That being said, my loves, we shall see each other on Monday. So everybody, have yourself the most beautiful of weekends. And we'll see each other on Monday. Thank you for being here, guys. No, not yet. I'm on my way at this moment. You sent me 2 versions. I'm going to look at it at this moment, my love. You will hear from me within the following 5 minutes. Good night, my beautiful loves, and see you soon.